Hello, my friends, and welcome to Italy, a place to love YouTube channel. The channel where I like to talk about Italy, a place to love, and Italy, a place to know. Now, yesterday, as I promised, after making the video where there was a poll saying which one are the most favorite location chosen by the expats in Italy. So, as I promised, today I'm going to show you where these locations are on the map. Okay, so let's start from Apulia region. Now, as you see on the screen, so here there is Apulia region. Apulia region, Puglia in Italian, yesterday in this poll was the region that have gotten more votes than anyone else. So there were 17 votes. Anyway, not every vote was a town. Someone was just saying Puglia or Salento or Valle d'Itria. But anyway, here in this map, I have already selected the towns that were chosen by the people, by the expats that moved to Italy here in Apulia region. So let's start from the northern part of Apulia region. So one of the towns selected by the expats was Trani. Sorry if I'm saying it in English with English pronunciation. Trani, no, which is Trani in Italian. So Trani is a beautiful town. As you can see, is on the sea, on the coast, and anyway, is in Bari province. So we are talking about Bari. No, sorry, BAT province, which is Barletta, Andria, Trani, are three towns which are making one province. Is a province northern Bari. So here we have Bari, and here there is Trani. It's very, very close to Bari. I'd say it's half an hour driving, maybe even less than half an hour. Okay, then another town chosen by the expats was Monopoly. Here there is Monopoly. Let me zoom out again. 1 second, just to show you. Let's go back again. All right. So here we have Trani. Now I don't know why it's showing. Okay. Then another one was Mottola. Okay, Monopoly is not the game. There is a famous table game called Monopoly. But anyway, Monopoly is a town in Apulia region. Was one of these towns selected by the expats. Then another town here, which is in Taranto province, is called Mottola. So Mottola is another interesting town. So this is where the expats recommended to move. Then, for example, here we have, sorry, just 1 second. Now here we see San Vito dei Normanni. San Vito dei Normanni was one of the towns selected by the expats. Then also there was Carovigno. Carovigno. These are lovely towns. Anyway, I guess many people already have visited this place. Are very touristic, very close to Ostuni, and not far from the sea. Then obviously we have Brindisi. Many people say Brindisi, but just to talk about Brindisi province, because, for example, there is a triangle. If you see from Bari down to Taranto and then to Brindisi, there is this triangle which is called Valle d'Itria. So here there are many beautiful destinations chosen by the expats in Italy, in Apulia region. And then, obviously, here we cannot miss Lecce, which is a province, Lecce province, and then going southern direction towards from Lecce, all this area is called Salento. All right, so basically here we discover the towns selected in Apulia region. Here they are. Now, from now on, in any of these selected towns, I will go and I will investigate as well. I will make videos for each town about the properties for sale, just to see what is the market in the area. Okay, for each region. Now, anyway, we saw these locations in Apulia region. Now, let's see which one was the next. Okay, the following destination which have gotten more votes, is in second place, is Molise region. Now Molise, as you can see here by the border, by this is this small region, just northern Apulia region and northern Basilicata, eastern from Campania region. And so here we had three locations that were chosen by the expats. So one here in the inland is called Agnone. So basically now when I'm pronouncing this name, you can also see and check yourself. You know how they're spelled. Uh, so we have Agnone. Then here, let me zoom in. Another town that was in this poll was Castel Bottaccio, small town, obviously, not very far from the sea. Anyway, Molise region at the moment is highly appreciated by the expats because it's a very quiet place, not dangerous, healthy food, slow life, beautiful nature. So it's one of the most wanted destinations. And then, anyway, we had also Termoli. Someone just say Termoli. Okay, Termoli is a big town, nothing special, but we can say that, for example, around Termoli, there are many beautiful towns like Montenero di Bisaccia, Petacciato, Palata, Guglionesi, Larino, and so on. Many beautiful towns that at the moment are chosen by expats that want to move to Italy. All right, so this was Molise. The next one, the next region. Okay, so we had Abruzzo region. So as we can see now, Abruzzo region is a region northern Molise. So and then is eastern Lazio region, and so here was anyway we had more votes, like there were four about Abruzzo. So for Molise there were five destinations. For Abruzzo there were four destinations. But anyway, most of the votes they were just saying Abruzzo region, go for Abruzzo. Here, anyway, I selected two places, which they are at the border with Molise region. So one is Tufillo, this town called Tufillo, which needs to be investigated, and then also we have Chieti. Chieti is also a province, so it's a quite big town. Ah no, sorry, here I made a mistake. It's not Chieti, but it's Vasto. The town is Vasto, which is in Chieti province. And anyway, it's a very touristic destination. Many people love it. And so is also highly recommended, Vasto. Then there is San Salvo, very close, and many beautiful towns as well in the inner land from the coast. All right, so basically someone recommended this one, Tufillo. Okay, now let's see the next region. The next region, all right, so here we are in Sicily. Basically, Sicily also got how many votes? Sicily got three votes. And so let's start from the main island of Sicily, so Sicily. So there were two destinations, which needs to be investigated as well, these two destinations. So one was Terracini, a town called Terracini. We are talking about a place, this place is not far from Palermo. So I'd say we can get to Palermo in a very short distance. In Capaci there is the airport. So basically, it's very, very easy to reach these destinations. And then we also have this town called Carini. So, but anyway, many are the beautiful towns in Sicily. Now, I'm not gonna start mentioning all of them because, anyway, as you can see, it's a quite big island. There are many beautiful destinations. Anyway, many expats choose Sicily as a place where to live. And then someone said, go for Lampedusa. Now, as you can see, Lampedusa is a small island which is more closer to Africa, to Tunisia, than to Sicily, as we can see from the map. But this island, anyway, belongs to Italy. It's called Lampedusa. As we can see, Malta, which is an independent country, is even closer to Sicily than Lampedusa. Anyway, Lampedusa is a well known island. Unfortunately, one of the reasons why it's famous is because many of the boats which are coming to Italy from Africa in this trafficking of humans basically starts from these places in North Africa, which once they reach the Italian waters, they are considered then already in Europe, and so basically then Italy, by the European laws, has to accommodate anyway these immigrants that are coming by boats. And nowadays we are not listening much about this move, but anyway, always been a big problem. Let's say that in 20, 30 years, haven't we have Italy hasn't been able to sort anyway with agreements with anyway. Also here, for example, we can see the coast of Libya. Now Libya had many problems in the recent year with a war, with a civil war. Still is very unstable country. So many people, basically, if they want to reach Europe, one of the first destination they can reach is this one, Lampedusa. All right, now let's go to the following region. Okay, here we have Calabria. Calabria, another beautiful region, beautiful destination. So also Calabria got three votes. And now let's see, let's start. So one was for Cosenza, which is also province, so is a town, small city, which is also province. And then in the northern part of Calabria region, we have this town, Scalea, which is very touristic area. Anyway, during the summer, is a destination chosen by many Italians, but also many expats. Anyway, are choosing now these places. Um, Anyway, as we see, for example, Calabria has a very long shape. I think only Calabria is more than 600 kilometers coast. Can you imagine? So, anyway, and then there is also this town called Santa Domenica Talao, which is very close to Scalea. And so we are also very close to Basilicata region. Here it is. So if we go northern part, if we follow the coast and we go northern direction, so we see this town called Praia a Mare, and then we see Maratea. Maratea is in Basilicata. As we can see, is this part here, because then we have Sapri. This town Sapri is already in Campania region. So between Sapri and Praia Mare, there is this little plot of land on the coast that belongs to Basilicata region. Okay, let me zoom out again to let you understand where this location were chosen by the expats in Calabria are. So then we see Reggio Calabria, Vibo Valencia, Catanzaro. These are also the other provinces of um, Calabria region. Okay, then the following one. Oh, finally we got to Basilicata region. So Basilicata, as we see, is facing, for example, on two seas. So as I show you before, there is a small piece of land here facing on the Tyrrhenian Sea, and then we have also this coast here on the Ionian Sea. All right, so let's start from Maratea. Now, Maratea doesn't have to be confused with Matera, are two different towns. So, Matera is this town on the coast here, beautiful destination chosen by the expats. Then another one have chosen for Latronico. Latronico is already a bit in the mountains of Basilicata, but as we see, is not very far from the coast. Is well known anyway for this national park called Parco Nazionale del Pollino, where it's also possible to ski during the wintry season, so there are ski routes. All right, and then anyway, here because we are in Basilicata, I also pointed the town where I am living. So here, Montemilone. Montemilone, as we see, is in the northeastern part of Basilicata region. So let's say that if I want to drive from Montemilone to Maratea, takes nearly 3 hours driving. Then, for example, if I want to drive from Montemilone to Bari, it's just 1 hour and 15 minutes. If I want to go to the sea, to Barletta, is less than 1 hour. We are talking 45, 50 minutes by car. So, anyway, this is the place where I am recording the video at the moment. As we see, Montemilone, anyway, has the border with Apulia region, because Spinazzola, this town, is 19 kilometers from Montemilone, is already in Apulia. Minervino Murge is 16 kilometers from Montemilone. So, and then anyway, here we have also a big national park, which is called Parco Nazionale dell'Alta Murgia. All right. So here we had Basilicata. Now you are more familiar with the shape of these regions. Okay, then the last one was Campania. Campania got only one vote. Now, Campania is famous anyway for Napoli, Naples, for Amalfi Coast, Salerno, anyway, all the Cilento area. But someone through the expats named this town called Callitri. Callitri, which is at the border with Basilicata region, is not far from. So we see Melfi, Rio Nero in Vulture. This part is in Basilicata, and this one is in Campania region. Then here in Campania region, I also marked a town that wasn't chosen by the expats, but was chosen by me, because I was also looking to buy a house in this area. Before I decided to move to Montemilone, I fell in love with this town called Sessa Aurunca. Sessa Aurunca is also famous for the spa. They have hot thermal water, hot springs, so basically where you have free access to hot springs, and at the same time not far from the sea. We are talking about Caserta province. Caserta is a province of Campania region, and very close with the border with Lazio. So Lazio means we are in between Napoli and Rome. Anyway, Rome is a bit further, but mainly between Napoli and Rome we have this town here called Sessa Aurunca. All right, now the last region, which is not in the south of Italy, but also two expats mentioned this region. So one location is Minturno. I've also made already a video about Minturno, about the properties for sale in Minturno. So on my channel is also possible to find what is on the market. And then someone else said point about this town called Sabaudia. So Sabaudia, also because these two towns are not far from Rome, so quite accessible if you are flying to Rome and then going to these two destinations. But again, Lazio, even if, for example, Abruzzo and Molise are already considered south of Italy, Lazio, no, even if they are at the same latitude as we can see, but anyway, Rome is also, Lazio region is always mentioned as center of Italy, even if also Abruzzo and Molise geographically are partially center of Italy, but then anyway, by institution they are defined as southern. All right, my friends, so I hope you have enjoyed this video about showing you the locations, the exact locations where the expats uh, chosen the town where to relocate. Anyway, I'm gonna make videos about these towns simply because now I'm curious myself about the prices of the properties in these localities, in these locations chosen by the expats region by region. So I'm just gonna make a recap. Here we have Puglia region, then here Molise region, Abruzzo region, Sicily, Calabria, Basilicata region, then we have Campania. Let me zoom out a bit. So Campania, and then Lazio, which is not, anyway, south of Italy. All right, my friends, I'll see you here on Italy A Place to Love YouTube channel to my next video. Bye for now. Bye.